Hey, I'm Captain Jim Hanley. Hey, I'm down in Marathon, Florida, out with the boss, Captain Bish of Food Chain Charters. We're taking a guide's day off and just having some fun. And joining us is his buddy Bert Paul, the guy with two first names. And we are trying to get some ballyhoo because ballyhoo, it's late January or kind of scarce in the Gulf of Mexico. So we're catching some ballyhoo and trying to put a few yellowtail in the boat for dinner. So watch and enjoy, learn some stuff. And hey, if you enjoy content on my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And hey, leave a comment, good or bad. I love reading them. Let's see what happens. Our main reason for this trip was to get some bait. Ballyhoo are the #1 bait that we use. We chop them up. We use them for snapper, for yellowtail, for just about everything we catch in the Gulf. So we were a few miles off of Marathon and pulled up on a shoal and we anchored up. Anchoring up is really important when you use electric trolling motor for Great Lakes fishing. An anchor here is the most important thing. So the first thing we want to do is put out a chum bag to start drawing fish to the boat, and it doesn't take long for them to show up. We stopped and bought some pilchards from a lady who sells them out of her boat, and we had those available to try and catch a few fish for dinner. Our friend Brett Paul, he wanted to catch some fish, we wanted to catch some bait, so we accomplished two things at once. One of the tricks that Carl does in order to draw ballyhoo closer to the boat is he puts the chum bag that's normally put out the back of the boat, he puts it in the front so that the chum is spilling out and the ballyhoo get real close to the boat. Yep, and they're right here, so a good throw ought to do the trick. So
the key to that is a good throw.
Pancake
From a banana boater.
Oops, they just boogied too.
Yeah, they hear
Made
that
a noise, yeah. Alright, well it is rock and roll out here, folks, so we're hanging on for dear life as we do all this. So Carl's getting us ready to throw. As Carl said, down here in the Keys with the conchs, you're born with a cast net around your wrist. So let's see what happens here. If he makes a good throw, we'll have...
I wasn't born here, so
we'll have several here, so...
we'll give him a second.
Alright, let's get them up here again. They're pretty wary. Nice throw. See what happens. Oh yeah, we got a bunch. See them flashing in our net. Much easier than catching them one at a time. And this is, as I said, this is the chicken of the sea. This is the best bait we could hope to have. Look at that.
And on the other side of the boat, Bert's catching keeper yellowtail.
Nice, look at that.
There you go.
Bait on one side,
Dinner on the other.
and dinner on the other. Yep, that's great. Those are nice ballyhoo too. All right,
What's the measure?
I'm gonna put the camera down and help him put those in the live well, because when I start running my trips next week, I'm gonna be using these for bait. All right, so Carl, explain to us, Lucy, how you drift this back in order to get the most efficiency out of that bait.
First of all, just a little piece of shrimp.
Okay.
That's by design. It's not because we're fishing for little fish, although we're looking for a 12 to 15 inch, 20 inch yellowtail. But the yellowtail are eating the chum, which is small pieces of fish. So you put a small piece on your jig, and then you throw it out into the middle of the ballyhoo school. You don't have to make a wicked big throw.
Now you close the bail and start reeling, right?
No, then you just...
Oh, you keep the bail open.
I usually feed it. When the fish hits, you'll see it's going to just start pulling that line right through my hand. I've had a couple hits, but it's only like 2 or 3 inches of line go out.
Right. And then you close that bail and set the hook, right?
And because we're using circle hooks, really all you do is close the bail and start reeling, and you don't really have to reel. You don't be tentative about it, but you just start reeling.
Yep.
You You don't set the hook.
Set the hook. That's why I call a lot of the customers we get out here Yankee fishermen, even when they're from Kentucky and Tennessee, and then they get mad at you. But it's the truth. You're so used to setting the hook that if you set the hook, you're going to lose them.
This fish, I didn't feel him hit. He was on there and coming back at me, so I was really just drifting the line out into the boat. He's going to have it deep in his throat because he ate it well before I realized it. Okay, circle hook yellowtail jig. We're just going to take this pilk, come right up through. I go underneath. I don't try to get in his mouth. If there's a bigger one, I'd go inside his mouth.
Right.
The small one, I just go underneath his chin. Bring the circle hook up between his eyes the best you can.
All right, so where do you get those
wiggle.
jigs with the circle hook with a weight on?
No, I get the circle hook jigs. I have to go to Cudjoe Sales in Cudjoe.
Because that's not a common thing. You can't just walk into a tackle store and you can get the jig, but you can't get the circle.
Right. We want the circle hooks because we do a lot of golf fishing, and on the golf, you have to have a circle hook. So that's to be legal. Because you always want to be legal.
That's right. All right. So Carl just threw out. What is that? Does that look like your Quaker Oats breakfast? Well, that's exactly what it is. We throw out stone rolled oats. Is that what they're called? Stone rolled oats. And that draws it. Look at those yellowtail going crazy, folks. That is amazing. They love it. The ballyhoo back there getting them, and we're going to draw those ballyhoo back in here and make another throw because today our bait is more important than our catch because we're going to use our bait for future fishing trips. And as I said, the ballyhoo are just invaluable. All right, so Oceanside got a little choppy for us. Those swells were up to like 4 or 5 feet, so we decided to come inside the Gulf. Oh yeah, baby. Nice ones too. Oh yeah. More bait.
Golf side ballyhoo.
Gulf side ballyhoo.
And that was the last cast I have in me. Huh?
Takes a lot out of you.
Well, I think standing there holding the net takes more out of me than throwing it.
I know. Not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. All right, just finishing up our day, doing a little bit of everything. We got some ballyhoo for bait. We got enough for probably half a dozen trips. Caught some yellowtail, some mackerel, some snappers, and a variety of other fish. There's Bert and Ernie back there. Oops, I mean Bert and Carl. That's Captain Carl. If you're down here in Marathon, foodchainfishing.com. Great place. Hey, folks.
Boy, is it good to see you sitting on that deck.
Oh, they're talking to somebody over there. Hey, folks, don't forget, all this beautiful creation that surrounds you was made just for you. Don't forget to take a moment to look up and give thanks. I'll see you next time. This is Captain Jim. Bye.